Okay, and we are live, so I can say welcome to everybody watching here today at Category 6 RLH again. Today we are in France. Paul Ricard, very exciting track actually, lots of space to overtake, lots of space for action, and we are waiting for the first Category 6 drivers to come out of the pit lane as we set up the fitted tires. So far it looks like everybody's running on the softs, and I see someone coming out of the box at Red Bull, and it's Snelle Henk, and also one of the Williams I believe is out. No, it's not. Okay, so it's Snelle Henk I believe. It's the Haas actually. And that would be Bellamy. So Bellamy is the first driver here in action in Category 6 France. We already seen quite some fights going on during the other categories. Lovely DRS trains forming and a lot of strategies work out. Luke in the Ferrari fitted the medium so far. The one stop will definitely give you a big advantage if you can pull it off. Safety cars and crashes can definitely change that strategy up though. As we are still on board with the Haas driver here on the back straight. An amazing long straight with a chicane in the middle. And at the end of it a really fast right-hander onto the last sector. As we are still on board with Bellamy of the Haas going into the last corners, and let's see what the first car here can do at France. Goes a bit wide at the exit of the last corner, but no worries. He validated it out lap, but he will now be on an official lap, and let's see what he can do. In the meantime, quite a lot of other drivers joined him on track as well. I see a Red Bull. Oh, and he invalidates. So we gotta switch off. And it's gotta be the Red Bull of Snelle Henk here into turn 1 and 2. Who's gonna be the next car? Oh, and he invalidated as well. So on the outcoming of turn 2. Invalidating. Neff in the AlphaTauri now. Into next corners here. First sector set. And that's a purple one, of course. He was the first car to set up a sector time. And he's now on the first part of the back straight into the chicane. First part is a DRS zone with a really good exit on the chicane. You can definitely have a lot of overspeed and take the second straight as well, with a big chance of overtaking. And we already have a yellow flag. But it's a car driving slow, I guess, and making space for a Ferrari. So Neff in the AlphaTauri, purple sector 2 as well, of course, and it's on a 1.7 currently. Deep in, deep up, and sharp in. That's the way you want to take these corners. Well, we see one of the other cars going in already. And it's Snelle Henk, I believe, in the Red Bull, completely out of ERS. So that's going to be a little bit of struggle. And it's 131.1. And Dan already improved it with a 129.7. So that's a big improvement there. Next car on the line is Kele. And now we see him on track and have him in screen. This driver makes his 100th Grand Prix here today. So that's a big congratulations to the Williams driver here, who's been a long time staff member for RLH. And today makes a record of Grand Prix for himself here. So big congrats for that. And let's hope for a good, nice race here today with a current pole position from him. And Bajamik in the Renault joins in second with a 125 129.5, excuse me for that, 129.516, and that's only 8,000 of seconds slower than the Williams driver. So that's gonna be very competitive here on the first laps. Now on board with Benny Mac in the other Red Bull. He is on the second part of the long straight into the faster right-hander. And into the fifth gear on to the next corner. Looking quite good so far. Already on a 110 though. Let's see if he can pull it off to maybe hit a 128 even. So what is gonna be for a Benny Mac, and it's gonna be a 131.3 actually. I did believe he almost made the 129 work, but he's quite off. In the meantime, we see quite some other cars joining in as well. Luke and Luca in the Ferrari. Luca on the mediums, 2 laps in, setting a 130.4, both of them actually, so really close behind each other. Riley Boy and the other Williams going out now on the mediums, as well as we are on board with the mighty Frax in the Mercedes. Let's see what he can do. We already see quite some compatible times here. It's gonna be a 1:31.0. So that's the fastest of the 31 lappings. As we now switch off to an outlap driver then, and that's gonna be. Where's Bachmick going for next lap? I don't know actually. He's 2 laps in. No, he's not. Riley Boy in the Williams on the mediums. Let's see what the guy can do on these tires. That's the Mercedes pass here. Warming up his tires in the meantime as well. And let's see what the mediums can mean for the Williams driver. So far Luke in the Ferrari does look good at P6 actually on the mediums. Definitely can get you a big advantage on the one stop. But yeah, pace difference between the softs and mediums is quite big here though. So you gotta have a good flying setup to contain the pace you're setting in the qualifying as well. And he already done 2 laps of course on those medium tires, which does make the wear higher than you actually want to be. But we see he fitted the softs now, so he won't be trying the one stop on the mediums. For the mediums it's gonna be a medium hard. And we already seen in C3 yesterday with the Ferrari driver of Barker, who did a soft hard strategy and ended up in P2. Took pole position in the first qualifying, but safety car changed him to the hard tires and it worked out well for him. So let's see if this can mean something for the drivers here as well. Stella Henk now already set a lap as well, and it's a 1:33 flat, exactly flat. So that's well, congrats on the center spot, but not the time you want to be. In the meantime, we saw Riley Boy do a purple sector 1. I didn't see a purple sector 2 though, but that can still change. The driver really impresses everyone with his current strategies used actually during the last few races, taking the right tires and knowing when to pit and when not. And Luke, who is currently in P6, is the record holder so far. with 4 wins in a row. And Riley Boy, wow, Riley Boy got to P7. So that's not a really bad lap from him on those medium tires. And we now switch off to Double, who set a faster sector 2. The other Haas driver here, who does look to like who does seem to be jumping his teammate anytime. And he's now crossing the line, and it's a 131.7. So he did jump his teammate by 0.3, but he didn't get into the top 10. And let's be fair that all the drivers on grid now who don't crash or retire from track will get points, since we have a new point system for current season. And now everybody set a lap actually. LS24 jumped to P3. Bachemik is on an out lap again, but I think he will pit, and our Williams driver, who currently has pole, is on the lap as well. Maybe even gonna improve his lap. In the meantime, I will keep an eye on the... Oh, and fuel running low for Kayleigh here. So is his ERS. Charging up a bit now. And Luke is on P1 with a 129.3 on those soft tires. That's a gap of 0.2 on Kayleigh. And let's see if Kayleigh can find the pace. And no, he goes for the pit lane. Didn't want to make a gamble on fuel, and there he is, the Ferrari driver who won 4 Grand Prix so far. Takes next pole position as well. As we are now on board with Infamous. In the McLaren. Who did set a lap on 130.6, but is gonna go for another lap on the soft tires. Well, one of the Renaults is definitely providing off his slipstream there. And I think it's Snitsy. And it's a purple sector 2. 6 tenths up, so that's quite a good time so far. That's definitely a low 30. The McLaren driver looking quite fast. Will definitely climb up in the top 10. Maybe hit P6, P5 even. If he can keep the pace up for the last few corners in the sector. Here we go, his last corner. Oh, and he invalidated it. That's such a shame. He was on a really good lap. And that's 129.8, so that would have given him P7. And that's such unfortunate for him. Bachemik currently on already 3 lap old soft tires. This can also mean that it's gonna rain in the qualifying, in the race. I mean, sorry. I didn't get the notification from the drivers, but we'll see. Oh yeah, rain at the start of the race. I see now. So rain in the start of the race doesn't mean that it's smart to use all your soft tires. If it's gonna clear up at the end of the race, you will definitely need a new set of soft compound. But Miku invalidated again, still currently on P3, so it doesn't look bad for him so far. Luke is going for outlap, who is currently pole position. And Infamous is looking for another lap as well as he crosses the line. No. I was still on his invalidation lap, of course, but he did use ERS, so. Oh, and there's a bit of a fighting going on already between the McLaren and the Ferrari. Luke, who definitely should let Infamous pass. He is passed without any troubles. He wasn't really on a lap, but at least I don't think he was. Well, we switched to Mighty Frax. Let's keep the Mercedes driver an eye on, who is quite a fast lap as I see so far. 0 laps on these tires. Let's see, it's what it's gonna be. It's 1:30.3, and that's a P7 for the Mercedes here. So Mercedes looking quite strong so far. Well, I think of it, we can see the overall constructor standings for the current moment. The Mercedes definitely want to take some points here today, since the Mercedes is leading. This is all categories combined constructors, first new thing this season. Mercedes is leading with 728 points, and Williams is just behind there with 620 points. So also Riley Boy and Kayleigh will want to step up on their time and try to improve that. Try to get as much points in as possible. And there goes Riley Boy. I missed the lap. That's such a shame. I missed the lap, but it's a 1:29.2 for the Williams, and he takes current pole position. As we do have quite some other cars on the lap as well. We have the other Williams here. And the P2 position actually. Luke, who is up on this time. Is he gonna pass Riley Boy? And he doesn't! No, he doesn't. It's a 1:29.256, and that's a current pole position still for the Riley Boy in the Williams. Dan is in P3, invalidated. Kayleigh is in P4. Wasn't up on his time last time I checked. But maybe can still improve. At least take P3, maybe, to help out his teammate here. And it's 1:29.1. Kayleigh is pole position. What a great lap from the driver, who takes his 100th Grand Prix here today. Let's see if there's any other car. And no, it isn't. So it's a Williams 1-2 at the start. Luke at P3. And Dan and Bartjemik will go back to P4 and 5. Bartjemik was looking really strong, but invalidated all his other laps. Did 4 laps though on this current tire selection. So he has a lot of wear. So that's definitely a 2-stopper for him. Why I see one of the... Oh, it's Luca standing still on track. Did he DNF? Well, his tire is definitely not in the right position. Oh yeah, and he did. He did DNF. And that's... Oh, and there's a lot of cars crashing into him. A lot of AI cars crashing into the crash car of its Luca already. And now that's only one tire still left on the car. That's quite some work for Ferrari pitbox crew. There we have it, Williams 1-2. Amazing. Last time we saw a 1-2 for teams here was the Ferraris, I believe. 2 races ago. I believe Hungary. So there we have it. Kayleigh and Riley Boy will be 1 and 2. Luke and Dan will be 3 and 4. Then Bajimik, LS24 Hours taking 5 and 6. Snitsy 7. Mighty Frax at P8. Then Luca at P9. Infamous at P10. And then Benny Mac, Neff, Bellamy, Double taking 1, 11, 12 and 14. And Snelle Henk, the Red Bull driver, will be starting at the back at P15. Still, no need to retire or crash. You will get a point. And well, everybody watching here, throw in some predictions. Actually, let's see what everybody's expecting. And there we have it, rain. So that's intermediate weather. Curious if it's gonna clear up in the end of the race. While we are waiting for the grid to form. And well, I am setting up my stream again so I can see the chat. Parker joining in. Shouting for Kayleigh. As we are now watching the fitted tires, and I already predicted it. It's the intermediates for them. Kayleigh, Riley Boy, that looks a great a great starting grid for the Williams. Kayleigh with a lot of bad luck in the beginning of the season, and Riley Boy taking points, but just missed out on a few wins he already could have taken. Luke just behind him though. Luke, who won 4 Grand Prix here in Category 6 so far. The unbeaten current championship leader. Oh, and Williams already had a small spin, but no worries, it's the formation lap. You can just do it now. Dan behind Luke at P4 in the Alfa Romeo. And Bajimik in the Renault just behind Dan, who had a great qualifying first lap though. But did indeed fell back quite some places, but it's nice to see that the Mercedes and the Red Bulls actually will be fighting it off for 4 positions. And it's Luca who unfortunately crashed. I don't know what happened. I saw him standing still on the grid at the end of this qualifying, and a lot of cars crashed into him. So I don't know what happened, but he had 1 wheel left on the car, and that's not the way to drive. Infamous just behind him, sliding off the P10, and both the Haas and Red Bulls will be fighting it off at P11, 13, 14 and 15. Neff splitting them up in P12. As we are switching to the leader of the pack. And I'm very, very excited about this race actually. After this kind of qualifying, such amazing laps, such an amazing sights, A lot of things happened. And a rainy start. So I'm very excited about the start. And really hope the game does give me a great look at the start and the lights. So let's see if the game does allow me to have a nice position for the lights. Quick sip on my drink. And then we will be counting off for the lights any moment. There we go. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 lights on, and they are now off, and there he goes. It looks like not the best start for the Williams, but they keep their positions. No, Riley Boy lost it to Luke already. He's on the outside though, and doesn't want to make the risk in these kind of conditions, and he's absolutely right. And it's already a yellow. And it's, what is it? Oh, and there's a lot of cars off, including one of the Williams who started in front. And it's a mess in the back. There was a lot of... Oh, and another flying end plate there. So much carbon fiber on track at the moment. That was insane. It started off with one yellow flag and it a massive chain reaction. I see Dan, no wing left. Riley Boy, how's the damage on his car? And I do see a missing end plate, I believe. And it's missing 2 end plates. No, one end plate. Yeah, and it's the left front for the Williams here. Snitsy, who lost an end plate as well, and a lot of cars actually got damaged, but Kayleigh lost the pole position. Now battling Luke, actually trying to get his pole position back. Bartje and Mick actually got up 2 places, and there Benny Mac is off. If we can do have a sight of the thing that happened, and we don't anymore. Oh, and Benny Mac is off, and that's the first casualty of the conditions, the first victim here. And it's a virtual safety car, and it will definitely help a few drivers out, I guess, as Bartje Mick doesn't want to be surprised by Kayleigh here. Does need to worry about his delta though. Don't want to pick up a drive-through penalty. Double drive-through penalty. There we have it. First car. It's the commentator curse again. Top 3 is currently still fighting though. Bartje Mick at P3, Kayleigh P2 and Luke at P1. The Mighty Frex and LS24 Hours fell back quite far. Luca could actually skip all the chaos and joined his teammate in top 5. He's now at P3. Oh, and Kayleigh is spinning off, and that lost a lot of positions. P6, P7. No, P7, not P7. Is it gonna be P7? No, P6 for him. He spun off. Yeah, these conditions is terrible. Riley Boy, who decided not to pit, jumped back to P10. And this definitely changes the grid, as Luca is now fighting off the Mercedes behind him, both of the Mercedes to be honest. And then Bartje Mick is looking for the speed to make it interesting with Luke. Oh, and it's a yellow flag again, and let's see if we can catch it. No idea who it was. It wasn't actually serious though. Oh, I think it was Kayleigh again, as he dropped to P8. And these conditions really screwed up the race for both the Williams as far, and also for Dan, who was also in top 5. There we are, Bartje Mick with the fastest lap in a Renault. LS24 Hours now taking it. Well, double goes for the pit lane. Now Kayleigh back at P7. And the guys in front still battling it off. Bartje Mick looking quite good on those intermediates. Seems to be having the pace of purple sector again. Didn't have the better exit here though. And there he goes on the ERS. But can't catch Luke so far. So 1 and 2 are still battling it out. 6 tenths separating them. Then both the Mercedes are right behind each other. Maybe fighting it out as well as the other Ferrari. Luca is getting the full pressure of the Merc of RLH 24 hours here. And there's already quite some gaps starting to form. Only in front we have quite some action. Also Kayleigh closing in on Infamous. Who spun out 2 times so far, the Williams driver. So that's such an unfortunate race for him so far. And oh, actually everybody joined again. So I don't know what happened, but Luca made up a gap from 4 seconds in quite some time. He's now battling Bachemik. Oh, Bachemik who went wide. And that actually messed up Luca's exit, and he lost it against 24 hours. Now Bachemik almost on the inside of Luke. Full ERS power. Is he going to brake late? No, he didn't want to brake late. Oh, and cuts the corner there. That's a 3-second penalty for Bachemik. He had the room to avoid the corner cutting, but it didn't make any difference for him. Oh, Luca now cut at the corner as well. Maybe didn't expect the braking of RLH 24 hours at some point and lost quite some time on it, still within a second though. But there's no DRS in these conditions. Snitsy now taking the fastest lap with a 1:46.2. Snitsy was all the way at the back. New intermediates probably. No, not new intermediates. Still on the same tire. And we switch to the chat real quick. We see back in chat again, shouting for Luke, Richards, shouting, "Come on, Luke!" And he's definitely looking in a good position, while battling the Renault behind him, who's really struggling to get the overtake done. It's by the way good to see you back in chat, Richard. And Kayleigh made the overtake on Infamous. Infamous who went wide there, I guess. Since he came back on the racing line. And it's a yellow flag. Nothing happened spectacularly. So Kayleigh now is back at P6. Well, the top 3 is still battling it out here. Luke, fastest lap, 1:45.9. Bachemik was really struggling on the grip, outcoming on the turns. But does keep it within a second on Luke though. So his pace is there, but just not yet. It's just not yet. It's on the dot. As we see every exit, he has some kind of slip. Uses quite some ERS though. There he goes again. On the back straight, part 2. Doesn't take the slipstream. Doesn't want to provide the extra speed. Oh, and that's a good exit there. And he definitely came close to... oh, and it's... Kayleigh off again? I think it was Kayleigh spun again with Infamous overtaking him straight away. Bachemik right now on the tail of Luke. Oh, and he spun. Oh, he saves it. That's quite a good save. Didn't lose a lot of time. Oh, and it's a Ferrari off. It's Luca is standing still there. Infamous now to P6. Oh, he's battling still. Oh, and I missed the overtake on Luke. Oh, side by side to turn 1. in these conditions, and Luke's take the longer end. No, Bachimik going on the outside. This is an amazing battle, and Bachimik takes it. He showed his courage and just took it side by side through 1 and 2. Then even after that, and he just sprinted away and already slammed in a gap of 6/10 on Luke, who is now under the full pressure of LS 24 Hours and Mercedes as well. Amazing battling going on here in the front of the pack. Podium still not decided here. Of course it's not decided yet. It's 21 laps to go, but wow, these guys are battling it out if it's the last lap here. My 24 Hours now actually right on the tail, but dropped back since he didn't want to get the dirty air in these conditions. And there he goes again. Better exit on Luke. These guys are making it very, very interesting here. It's yellow again, and I think it was one of the. It was one of the Red Bulls, I think. B3 is just an amazing side here while we watch. Oh yeah, and there he goes. Snelle Henk off again as we switch back immediately to this fight going on here in front. This is an amazing side. The guys are within so less time between each other. There's less space every lap again. Look at LS 24 Hours pushing the tail of Luke, who is actually needs to defend so hard that Bachimik can actually walk away a 10th per lap. I think. Oh, and there goes LS 24 Hours on the ERS, and that's P2 for the Mercedes here. And now he needs to hold off Luke and start to climb up to Bachimik here. Luke, who didn't have a good turn there, managed to not lose a lot of time though. That's a good thing from him. Then going for the mediums already, but look at the mist coming off the tires, and it's definitely not medium tire conditions yet. Definitely not. And personally, I think if it was, just go for the hard tires. Just drive it out, man. Just go for it. Well, Sammy is joining us as well, shouting for Kaylee and Riley boy. Really bad start for them though. And Riley boy joins his teammate. Now 7 and 8. Luke actually struggling to keep up at the moment. And I did get the better exit here. Oh, he spun. Oof. Don't lose it, man. Don't lose it. Keep the car in the right position. And there, oh, DRS is open, so the cars will definitely go try to pit now. DRS is open, and this is a point in the game that the soft, medium, or hard tires, so the slick tires, will work on the track. I think LS 24 Hours didn't expect the. Oh, Bachimik is off! What happened there? What happened? He just completely spun off. Virtual safety car. What was that? He was completely gone. He just on the exit of the corner and just went left. Oh, that's such a shame for the Renault driver here. Now let's see what the guys are gonna do. Yeah, of course they're gonna pit. Mercedes isn't gonna pit. One of them isn't gonna pit at least. Oh, is it? Yeah, it can be. Yeah, no. And Luke did go for the hard tires. So he's determined to drive his race out, seeing the LS24 hours got so the soft. So he definitely gonna need to pit again. And Luke can just go for it again. He can just go for the win again if he keeps the hard tires on. Mediums for Mighty Frax Scale in the pit at P4. Currently, he will lose his places though. Went for the hard tires. Riley Boy into the pit, joins his team. Oh, that wasn't handy. He goes for the mediums. And changes wing as well. So we see a rainbow effect going on now at the moment. Soft, hard, medium, intermediate, soft, hard, medium, medium. Snelle Henk currently still on the intermediates, but he will definitely pit, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, LS24 hours is way faster on those soft tires. But he will need to pit again. So does Infamous and so does Luca. Who picks up a free second as well. As we, let's see what the penalties give us now. Oh, Luke got a drive-through. Luke got a drive-through penalty. And that will cost him so much time. Infamous 8 seconds. Bellamy 6 seconds. Snelle Henk 5 seconds. 3 and 5 for double Riley Boy and Iluka. Now let's see where he's gonna end. So the first guy is gonna Mighty Frax. I think he's gonna drop back to P4. P4, P5, P4, and P4. Yeah, P4 for him. Just his teammate behind though, and he's on the soft tires. Kayleigh just behind there on the hards. Both Mercedes leading now. 16 second gap for LS24 hours, but he's on the soft tires. The Mighty Frax at the medium tires with 2 second gap on Infamous. Luke and it's Luca, both the Ferraris at P4 and 5, and Kayleigh just chilling and behind them actually. Doesn't want to. I don't think Kayleigh is the kind of driver who does wants to push now. Knowing he does have an advantage on the tires. And Luke already jumped his teammate to P4, setting up the fastest lap as well. So I think he's gonna slam in the fastest lap. Purple sector 2. Neff actually quite close behind Snitsy. There is a tire change difference though. LS24 hours slammed in the fastest lap with a 1:37, I believe. Couldn't catch it straight away. 1:36.1, and it's gonna be 1:35.9 now. It's Luca taking the fastest lap. Oh, and Luke just jumped him over. So this is team orders here. This is definitely team orders here. Snitsy now on the fastest lap. Infamous overtaking the Mighty Frax, now currently at P2. And Sammy joining us in chat again. Now it's easy soft to medium strategy, and yeah, some of them will definitely go for it and some of them will go for the medium soft strategy. But the guys on the hard tires can drive this race out. They can just finish on these tires. They're 2 laps in and it should be easy now. Sure, you will lose some time in the end, but should be a big problem. Now actually the gaps are starting to form quite hard. Infamous on an amazing pace though on the softs. And the softs do work amazingly on France. The grip level. Oh, and look, oh jeez, and that's quite a lap on the hard tires. 134.450. Wow. Definitely showing what he's planning here, and that's winning. And let's be fair, he's just in a good position too. Snitsy and Bellamy actually battling it off here. Oh, and Bellamy was risky on that corner, knowing you already have penalty. Riley boy, oh, he closed the gap quite fast on that medium tires. Of course, I don't say the mediums can't last, as Sammy joins now in chat. I just read it. The mediums can last to the end. It's true, but as you said yourself, the tire wear will be over the top, and of course, a safety car can still change a lot. If there's a safety car in like lap 20, everybody will go mental and go for the soft tires. I would go for the soft tires, of course. But just based on the fact you don't know if there's going to be a safety car, so you're going to gamble and say there isn't going to be a next safety car, since you have 2 virtual safety cars already and didn't have 1 full safety car. And so based on no safety car, I think the hard tires will be the better strategy, although you do have an amazing pace on the mediums. Although the difference isn't that big, it's only a few tenths. But yeah, you do have the advantage of tire wear. Bellamy breaking the slipstream here. Riley boy being encouraged and saying, I don't need a slipstream, I'm gonna overtake you anyway. And there he goes. It did seem to look like Bellamy hold it back though. Just giving the position, nothing wrong with that. Don't understand me wrong, but didn't really fight for it. Well, his teammate Kayleigh is at P6, actually quite close behind Luca now. Who lost quite some pace on the hard soft tires. Mighty Frax getting pressure from Luke in the Ferrari. What a pace he has here. He's gonna brake late, and he does on the inside. Side by side, turn 1, 2. No, Mighty Frax backs out, and Luke takes P3. And Luca takes a 3-second penalty. Again, not a good race for him based on penalties. Kayleigh actually really close behind Luca now onto the DRS zone, and he's definitely gonna pass him. He's just definitely gonna pass him. 7 tenths. Well, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be really, really close. Luca has a lot of DRS though. Kayleigh, be careful. Oh, Luca having a moment there. But Kayleigh, be careful on the corner cut. Know the track limits. But the pace on the hards is amazing though. It's insane. Well, we are still watching this fight between the Williams and Ferrari here. And who's in the pit lane? It's 24 hours. Going for the mediums now. Where's it gonna drop to? It's gonna be P4. So there's P4 for 24 hours now on the new fresh mediums. Just behind Luke in the Ferrari. So maybe the soft medium strategy will work out now. Skele keeps it on the tail of Luca and definitely will be looking to make the overtake here on the next DRS zone. 5/10 should be able to now. There goes, wing open. And the inside, and there he is. No, he's not. Luca made the gamble on the late break. And probably use some ERS as well. But Kele, don't push, man. Says he needs to pit again. But that's not the case. It says it on all drivers actually. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, sure. Whatever game. Okay, they're now still really close. Looking for the next DRS zone maybe. And there goes Luca in. Okay, they're now back at P5. Mighty Frax now in front of him. Luca actually dropped back quite a bit. He's gonna lose it to Riley Boy. There he goes, Riley Boy, P7. And Bellamy even jumping him. Oh, and Neff is jumping him as well. And is even Double gonna jump him? No, Double isn't gonna jump him. So that's P10 for Luca now. Oh, as I drop my stream. P10 for Luca. Didn't work out for him as he took another 3-second penalty. Oh, else 24 hours really on the tail of Luke here. Looking for that P2 again. How many penalties have Infamous? 8 seconds. He's gonna drop back 5 when he goes for the pit lane, and that will be this lap, I guess. So the battling is definitely going on in the front. Although I do think Luca is gonna make a deciding. Oh, and oh, that was a really weird move from Luke. Infamous still not going in. Going for lap 8 on the soft tires. And there goes LF 24 hours on the outside on the DRS, and he's through clean. Luke made the room, chose the inside line, and just yeah. Fair sportsmanship as he's still really close on LS 24 hours here. But you can definitely see the pace difference at the moment. But he has the DRS. And that's something 24 hours doesn't have. Not yet, at least. I mean, look at the shining on those mediums. That's definitely a difference between the Ferrari and the Mercedes here. And everybody just joining in, welcome to this category 6 race here in France. Quite a spectacular sight so far. And LS 24 hours now inside the DRS zone as Infamous as well. He's still not going in. But he does see that he's losing a lot of time every lap again. There he goes, LS 24 hours on the inside, and he's just gone. There he goes. I think LS 24 hours wants to try to Luke now on the inside. Yeah, there he goes. But I think LS 24 hours, no, Infamous, sorry. Infamous definitely gonna be trying to make the gap as high as possible for himself, since he has a 5-second penalty. But it doesn't really make any differences. Kayla is still quite far behind the Mercedes though. Infamous still on P3, looking quite good at the pace actually. Yeah, but he's definitely dropping out. Luke within a second on LS 24 hours now. Can he make it work on a hard tires to overtake him again? There's some traffic forming up. It's the Red Bull of Stella Henk coming in hot. Infamous still not going in. Both cars using a lot of ERS. Infamous a bit, LS 24 hours a bit more than. When did Luke pick up a 3 second? I didn't catch that. So he's definitely gonna make the overtake try to work now. And Sammy, good noticing. That might be something as well. Infamous trying to get the stretching out of these tires to set another round of softs on. Marty Frax can actually see the drivers in front of him. But he's losing quite some time now, so he should be pitting now and any moment. Of course, he has a lot of penalties, so he will drop back to quite some places, but he's still not going in, so he's definitely stretching those softs. Definitely is. Oh, and Kaylee actually slammed in quite some pace to get close to Mighty Frax actually. Williams driver showing he isn't giving up, although he lost his pole position, maybe even lost his win here. He isn't giving up, and that's a good thing. That's a respectable thing. Keep racing till the very last lap. There's an amazing pace on the hards. Caleb really has an amazing pace on the hards. So does Luke. So actually join in the back of in the front of the grid actually. So does Luke. Keeps it within a second. Well, 24 hours is on a fresher set of medium tires. Only 5 laps. Well, Kaylee is also just coming in closer and closer every moment. And there he goes, Mighty Frax going in. He's gonna set a new softs. And so is Infamous. And now it's gonna count. Kayleigh is now gonna need to push. To make it work for another 6 laps, only 6 laps left. Infamous at the 5 seconds though, so he lost quite some time. Oh, Riley Boy at P4 now as well. He even jumped him. But we do know the softs are amazingly fast. So let's see if the Williams boys actually gonna try to get them off. Riley Boy is the first one to pass, and he can definitely help his teammate and himself out to maybe even try to hold up the Mercedes behind him. Maybe I'm not allowed to say it, but maybe he can. Team orders. Look at the pace, man. It was 6 seconds when the lap started, and it's now 5 seconds, well, half the lap gone. Kayleigh getting some DRS though. No, he's not getting some DRS at the moment. He wasn't close enough. That's a thing. Personally, I would love to know, see if I can know what the car in front of me is doing. How far he in front of me is. He is. But he's definitely within a second now. So he's gonna be having DRS on the next one. Oh, and he's gonna be passed. That's a nice, yeah. Snelling made quite some room. And let Kayleigh pass easily. Look, oh, look. I just switched to see if this guy was still battling. And they are. They definitely are. Luke almost made the attack. And now looking to keep it within seconds again. And try to make the attack work again. Yes, Sammy, it is Kayleigh his 100th Grand Prix. And it will definitely be deserved for him to slam in the podium. It just deserved. Not only because of the 100th Grand Prix, but he showed an amazing pace here today as well. And personally, I don't say LS24 Hours doesn't deserve it as well, because he is very strong today. He is just amazingly strong. And Luke, yeah, won 4 Grand Prix already. You can't win them all, but he's still on the podium. I believe one of the Haas made some room, or had a little thing going on again. And with 4 laps to go, the Mighty Frex needs to gain 1 second a lap on Riley Boy to come closer to the podium again. Riley Boy, who had a crash, was involved in a crash in turn 1 at the start. Don't know what happened. I saw a lot of mess going on, a lot of carbon fiber flying, and a lot of end plates missing. And I don't know what happened, don't know what caused it actually, and only know a lot of cars got victim because of it. But still, only 2 drivers out. Baj Miku did definitely deserve a podium though. I don't know how he got off, because it was a really strange sight, but he did deserve it. He had an amazing pace in the rain, and I think he will definitely have a good pace in the race dry as well. So we're switching to Luke again, because I don't want to miss actually. Oh, Snitsy, actually let's give him some attention as well as he closes in on Nav. I think Luke and 12 Hours will be battling the next lap as well. So Neff on the soft tires. And now I'm gonna need to make choices. Oh no, it's oh Okay, yeah, so Stitzy really struggling to get past. I just keep patient. Go for the straight. You are the soft tires. 2 laps old. You can definitely make it through, and there he goes. Oh, maybe a little touch there. I don't know why. Oh, RLH 24 hours got a penalty now as well. Switch. Luke is past, actually. So I missed the overtake for P1. But Luke is past. Still battling it out though. Both cars having a 3 second. If Caleb was just within 2 seconds now, he would have got the win anyway. But unfortunately he isn't. He's still at P3. Well deserved though. Luke and the 24 hours battling it out still. On the main straight. Was quite deep for 24 hours there. And he definitely will be angry about that 3 second. He caused it, just probably caused it himself. So you can't blame anyone. But with the overtake from Luke, who was coming anyway. Luke was had an amazing pace on the hard tires. So it was coming anyway. But then still he only needed to keep it within 3 seconds. And he will have got the win. And now it's quite harder to get a win. Because now you do need to overtake the car in front of you. And we all know Luke is an amazing pace. And has quite some battling skills as well. So far for Alfa Romeo driver Dan, quite a sad race as well. He started in the top 5, but was involved in the end at turn 1 incident as well. There he goes, DRS, ERS. Oh, this is going to be an exciting moment. Side by side again, and there goes 24 hours for the lead again. With only 1 lap to go after this lap. Then 1.5 laps to go. Let's keep it 1.8 lap to go. Let's keep it on that. Next DRS point coming up though. 5 tenths. 6 tenths. 6 tenths still, 5 tenths. There he goes. And Luke in the lead again. These guys are just switching positions. They're making a game out of it. Come on, fight for it. This is an amazing sight. Both cars having an amazing pace and making it so fair between each other. Great sportsmanship from both drivers. You can see RLH 24 hours looking for the gaps every exit or every entry of a corner, but he just doesn't want to risk it. Doesn't want to end them both on the blue. I would have sent gravel. But you can't. Not in France. There he goes, DRS, and that will be 24 hours leading in. There he goes. Luke still right behind him. And now it's gonna be based on the fact who has the most pace on the next straight. And I think it's gonna be Luke. Don't overtake him yet. Don't overtake him yet. He will have DRS again. These guys are making an amazing last lap work here. But I do think Luke will take the win away from RLH 24 hours. There he goes. Oh, that's a hard defending. But Luke made it though. Clean and well. And slammed a gap in. Oh, not a big gap though. It's gonna be a photo finish or something. This is gonna be so close at the finish line. I know it for sure. Because LS24 will get the DRS on the main straight. But I don't think it's gonna be... It's gonna be way too deep. Yeah, it's gonna be way too deep. No photo finish. Damn it. I would have loved that. And definitely something that could have happened this race. To be honest. But there he goes. 5th win in a row. Luke, Ferrari driver, here at France. His 5th win. LS24 slamming in the 2nd place. And there he goes. Kele, podium, P3 at his 100th Grand Prix here for RLH in France. Very, very well deserved. Then we have his teammate Riley Boy, who does have penalties, and he's not gonna lose his place at P4. And that's some decent points for the Williams drivers here. Infamous taking P. Oh, Riley Boy did lose place. Mighty Rex jumped him actually. So he's gonna be taking P4. Riley Boy P5. Infamous P6. Snitsy slamming in a P7. Neff at P8. It's Luca who had a very, very unfortunate qualifying and a very unfortunate race as well. Taking P9. Double going for P10. 9. P9. Luca is going to be P10. The penalties are messing it up. Bellamy P11. Dan with a very unfortunate race. Goes for the pit lane somehow. Why? I don't know. He's going for the pit. Don't know why, but he went for the pit lane. Snelle Henk finished last at P14. Still got points for his team though. And there we have it. And thank you, Big Bear, for the compliment on the commentary. Richards, congrats again for Luke winning a race. Thank you for seeing you again here in our RLH category 6. And there we have the podium. Luke taking a win. 24 Hours taking P2. And a 100 Grand Prix driver. Kele deserved P3 podium place. Thank you all for joining in again tonight at RLH. I hope you had a great time and an amazing race we have seen. Hopefully see you guys next week. And have a great evening everybody. See you, bye.